We'll start with the health update on how guys are progressing. Joe, Ben, and starting with Kevin.
Joe is just working away at it. There's no real update, but he's still fighting the good fight and seeing if he can progress. Kevin's getting close. We're hopeful that he can play this week. He won't play tonight or tomorrow, but hopeful. I guess it would be Thursday or Sunday, I think. So Kevin's getting close, which is exciting. And Ben is still working through a number of things and reconditioning. And so he's, not going to play this week, but we'll keep working at his timeline and hopefully he can progress as well.
What kind of challenge is this home and home with the Raptors?
Great challenge. Obviously they have a championship under their belt and continuity with their top guys. So, we really respect the way they play, how they compete. And, they also happen to be right above us in the standings. So it's, going to be a great challenge for us to try to find a way to compete in these two games and see what we can get out of it.
With Ben specifically, what is he doing physically now? And I guess what's the next step for him to clear, or next hurdle for him to clear to get back out there?
He's just doing some light shooting and just physical therapy, just making sure that he gets that back 100%, just that little flare up, and while he does shooting and his kind of reconditioning stuff that he's able to do while that thing settles down.
Just want to clarify, Ben, if he's not going to practice this week, or
I don't think he'll practice this week.
So probably he wouldn't play until the middle of next month. Or
I haven't done the math, but I don't know.
Just what's your reaction on Eric Adams saying that, they're going to lift the mask mandate, but that Kyrie can't play?
Yeah, I just wait to see how it all plays out. It's not my domain to get involved in the policies and mandates. So, I'll just wait patiently and hopefully we'll get good news at some point.
Hey, Coach, what in particular makes, and when it comes to the length that the Raptors present, makes it so hard for you guys to get by in terms of defense?
Their defense, you're saying? Yeah, I mean, they I think Nick does a great job of them being aggressive, packing the paint, forcing turnovers. They have a lot of length on the wing, in the wing positions, and they're kind of smaller but long and athletic centers and longer and kind of bigger wings. So they, instead of having like a big around the basket, so to speak, they just have a lot of length out there and athleticism. And, I think Nick's done a great job kind of having them play a defensive style that suits that length and aggressiveness and toughness. So, they're one of the best teams in the league at forcing turnovers, and that fuels their break as well.
Not to beat a dead horse, but I want to make sure I understand. So Ben A has not been cleared to date yet for any high intensity stuff.
No, he has not.
Okay. And in Joe's case, have you guys come to a point where you've determined that a second surgery is not needed? Or are you waiting still to see if he has any setbacks as he goes toward toward his clearance for high intensity for that?
Yeah, I think we're waiting. We're waiting to see how he responds. So there's no decisions made either way, and just trying to see how much improvement he can get over the coming weeks.
Yeah, sorry. There's still a lot of confusion on the private mandate. As currently written, there are 4 exceptions, and one is for non-New York City residents who are performing artists or athletes, which seems to apply to Kyrie. Did you get any clarification on that?
I have not. I've got no clarification. I don't know if it's something that we're going to get more information on before it's the 7th, I believe.
Right.
But at this time, I really don't know anything about it. It's kind of something that I think front office is going to deal with and let us know when we have good news.
On that note, Steve, how do you guys, now that things are sort of changing a little bit here and there, how do you handle the communication between the city, Kyrie? Like yesterday afternoon, people might have thought he's playing this week. It was very confusing to a lot of people. How do you make sure the information is getting passed along, or maybe you guys understand it yourselves already and don't need to worry about that?
Yeah, front office just said that there's going to be a change on the 7th and that they're just digging into what that means, what it looks like, what's possible. And so that's the only information. So, we didn't expect him to play before the 7th, and we're still not sure that he could play after the 7th. We're just waiting to see what the news is, and I'm sure they'll let us know.
Steve, just to follow up on all this, to be clear, have you or anyone else in the organization talked to Kyrie about getting the shot anymore?
No.
Coach, I know there's obviously there's a tangible positive impact when guys like Ben or Kevin or Kyrie are available for all games, but is there an impact that you can feel with the guys who are on the floor when they're close? And is it affected at all when it feels like something may be happening and then it's not, or like, oh, you're getting Ben at this date now, it might be longer, or Kyrie, it's going to be this date, he's home. Well, we don't know. I mean, is there anything tangible about that you can feel for the guys who are on the floor who maybe thought the cavalry was coming and now maybe it's a little longer, or maybe it's not?
I've said it before, but I think our group's so used to adversity and misfortune as far as availability. So, I don't think we, perseverate too much on the day-to-day. I think everyone just continues to focus and work at improving. And we've asked them to come together during this difficult stretch. They've done that. We've asked them to try to improve every single day. They've done that. And we haven't always got the results, but we feel like we're building something and finding growth and improvement. It's just, not necessarily equating to wins all the time yet, but I think recently we've won some games, improved. The group has gotten tighter. So I don't think they're so affected on a day-to-day basis over who's available or when they're coming back or not.
The hope is that Kyrie will be available at some point, but if not, post-trade and once guys are healthy, what do you like about your team that gives you confidence that you can still accomplish your goals even with all this uncertainty?
Well, like I said, I feel like the group's really come together recently, so the environment has been really good. Guys are focused. Guys are, I think, really forming bonds in a great environment. So that having a great work environment, I think, allows you to start building and growing. And so all I can say is that the last couple of weeks, or however long it's been, things have been moving in a great direction as far as, one, the certainty of what's happening. We've gotten past the trade deadline. I think also just the commitment to one another has really put our environment in a great place. And I think there is improvement. And when we do get guys back, we will benefit from that improvement. And I think that's the part that we feel positive about, that maybe the outside world can't see as we've gone through a tough stretch, but it's not gone, it's not gone without its growth, without its reward. And I think these guys deserve some good things to happen to them. And I think Milwaukee was a good start.
Last question, Michael Grange.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, just wanted to check in on Goran, and you got him in the Milwaukee game, and obviously your background with him. What are you hoping he can bring you, not only when Kyrie's available, but on some of these nights when he's not available?
Yeah, I mean, really, he's kind of our true point guard on our roster. Patty, Seth, Kai are guys that are really more scorers, players off the ball who attack. And, in Kyrie's case, obviously, he's at an incredibly elite level and does so many things. But I think he's best suited to attack off the ball unless he's pushing it in transition. So Goran gives us kind of a true point guard, gives us experience, toughness, high IQ. And obviously, he's very crafty and skilled as well. So, he can play on the ball, he can play off the ball, he can play, with different players and combinations. And I think he can fill a lot of holes for us.
Awesome. Thanks. Keep well.
Thank you. You too.